8:23. Welcome back. This is Breakfast Television. Puppy in the house. Say hello to Sugar. Sugar and Karen are here from the BC SPCA. And even though it's not sunny and warm now, the temperature will eventually heat up. Karen, let's talk about how to keep our dogs safe in that warm weather. Starting off with ticks.
Oh yeah, so ticks are a problem in BC. We do actually have Lyme disease ticks in BC as well. Only some types of ticks carry Lyme disease, but we know we have them in the lower mainland, parts of the island. So it's important to be careful. So your vet can recommend a tick preventative medication. And it's also important to get in the habit every time you get back from a walk of just kind of going over your puppy, look behind their ears, look around their neck, look under their armpits, look over them entirely.
And what are you actually feeling for? A little bump?
Yeah, you're looking for a tick. So when they get engorged, they can get quite big, but actually they start off sometimes the size of a sesame seed. They can be very, very small. So we just want to look the puppy over completely and remove any ticks that we do find.
Okay, how about pools?
Yeah, so lots of people enjoy having pool parties in the summer. It's a lot of fun. You have to be really careful with dogs around pools, though. If dogs live with a pool and they know it very well, they'll often...
more comfortable.
Yeah, and they know how to get out of their own pools, but around strange pools, they can fall in and actually have a really hard time figuring out how to get out, and they can get exhausted. Even if they know how to swim, they can get exhausted swimming around, and it can be dangerous. I've seen dogs almost drown, actually, from getting under pool covers. So just like kids around pools, always supervise and always be extra careful.
And let's say Sugar seems like a dog who would love to go out for a hike. What about random pools of water, lakes, the ocean?
Yeah, usually a little bit safer because they can control how far they go in. Obviously, the ocean more unpredictable with riptides and things like that, so you do have to be very, very careful with them. The other thing I like to say about pools is don't force your puppy to swim. Not all dogs like to swim, and it can look very cute to have like a dog on a floaty in a pool, for example, but if the dog doesn't want to be there, they're going to be quite uncomfortable, and that's not very fair.
One of the #1 ways we talk about keeping our dogs safe in the summer is keeping them out of hot cars.
It's still a big issue, and I mean, there's been a lot of publicity about dogs in hot cars, so it's hard to understand how this continues to happen. The general rule is if it's over 25 degrees Celsius, it's too hot to have your dog in the car, because the car has an insulating effect, and it will become a lot hotter than the outside air very quickly. So even just to run into Tim Hortons or something, it's not safe to leave your dog in a car if it's over 25 and sunny.
What about hot pavement? Just the sidewalks?
Especially the darker, blacker, like newer asphalt, that can get a lot hotter than the air as well. And we often forget about it because we walk around in shoes, but dogs walk around on their bare feet, and it can actually burn. I've seen the pads peel off from damage, so it's scary. Yeah.
How can you tell if your dog is having a tough time with? I mean, will they just try to avoid it? So
they might really kind of get skittery. What I usually do is I go out, and if I see pavement that I think might be hot, if it's a hot day, I'll put my hand on it and hold it there for a little bit. It's kind of my personal test. But, I mean, you know those days. It's usually very sunny and very, very warm. And so you just have to be very careful. I usually don't exercise dogs when it's that warm anyways. We'll go out for a quick pee, and then we'll go inside and have our fun indoors. And
then, of course, human beings and dogs alike, we have to deal with dehydration issues during the summer months. How do we help out dogs with that?
So dogs, actually, their #1 way that they can cool themselves off. Sugar's having a nap now. She had too much excitement. The #1 way that dogs cool themselves off is by panting. So they lose heat by panting, but they also lose a lot of moisture by doing that. So they can get dehydrated very quickly if it's hot outside.
And Karen, really quickly, Sugar needs a home, yeah?
She sure does. Sugar's 5 months old. She is so sweet. She has a lot of energy, and she's very smart. So she needs a home where normally she has a lot of energy despite what we're seeing right now. So she needs a home that can take care of all that.
Good luck with that.
I don't think it'll be too hard.
Breakfast Television continuing after this.